guys, it's me, Miss Tia. I hope you've all had a good week since I last saw you on Tuesday. So, today we are going to be doing a really fun directive that I think you guys will really enjoy. It doesn't really have a name. I call it Yarn Monsters, Yarn Buddies. It's really fun to do. So, first thing you're gonna need is I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna need today. So, you're gonna need yarn, at least 2 different colors. They can be any colors you guys have. I'm not sure what you guys have available. So you'll each need 2 different colors. And I'll get more into that in a minute. So you got your colors. You will also need scissors. They don't have to be very sharp scissors. They can be dull scissors or whatever, as long as they can cut through the yarn. You'll also need some chenille stems. They're called a couple different things. I don't know what you guys call them. They're the really fuzzy wire stems. You'll need some of those. You will also need glue. Glue is always helpful. And the last thing we're gonna need is some little pom-poms. I just have 2. I don't have a bunch of variety, but you're gonna need some pom-poms. Another thing you could use if you wanted to make these at home is if you had little googly eyes, you could use some of those if you had those. But for today, I'm just gonna use pom-poms. So, like I said, you guys are gonna need 2 different kinds of yarn. Now, there's a reason for that. So, we're gonna be making 2 different little creatures. The first one is gonna be our anger monster. So, on Tuesday, we did the 4 emotions, where we drew how each thing made us felt in a corner of a paper. Remember that? We did mad or angry, sad, scared, and happy. So we're going a little more into detail about the angry side of that. So everybody gets angry. I know, I've gotten angry. I'm sure all of you have gotten angry at something, right? And sometimes other people get angry at us. And it can be so scary sometimes. That's why we were looking for the similarities in some of the things we drew, like sad and scared, and also angry and scared. So, the first one we're doing is that anger monster. It can be a representation of the anger you feel inside you, or it could be a representation of how you see others when they get angry at you. So that's the first one we're gonna do. And then we're gonna make a second one. And the second one is a happy buddy. So he's your little buddy monster, because we don't want to end on a sad note. So we're gonna make a happy monster. And he can be your friend. He can be anything you want. So there's no specific rules to these monsters. I'm going to show you the basic directions on how to do them and how to make it. And then after that, how they look, that's up to you guys. So you're going to be using the chenille stems to make the arms. They can have as many arms or as little arms as you want. And the eyes, if you have different size pom-poms, you can have as many eyes, as big as eyes, or as little as eyes as you want. How these guys look is up to you. But remember, we're doing one happy one, and the first one we're doing is the anger buddy. So, the anger monster and your yarn buddy. So, the first thing you're going to do is pick out the yarn that you're using for your anger monster. I'm just using this nice white. It's really itchy. It's not a very nice yarn at all. So, you're going to take enough yarn. I'm going to use enough of this yarn to make a decent sized pom-pom. So that's the first step. We're going to be making pom-poms basically. So there are a couple different ways to make pom-poms. You can cut out a little cardboard square and wrap it around that. That's a lot of extra work. And I don't have those to give you guys. So I'm going to be showing you the way to do it with your hands. That's really simple and something that you guys could do at home. Now, something to be careful of when you do this. Only use the wide part of your hand, and keep the yarn when we're doing this around that part. Don't go up your hand, and don't make it too tight, because if you make it too tight, then it's going to get caught on your hand and you could cut off the blood circulation and not feel your fingers, and that would be bad. We like feeling our fingers, right? Feeling your fingers is good. So take your hand, gonna have a nice spread out hand. You don't have to spread your fingers, but make sure it's nice and spread out. You're gonna wrap your yarn around your hand. Remember, we're not doing it too tight because then we could cut off our blood circulation, and also we couldn't get it off our hand. And we want to be able to pull it off when we're done, okay? So make sure you can have at least one finger underneath there to give you a good leverage. So I'm gonna take our yarn, just gonna wrap it around, keep wrapping. So you can make your pom-poms as big or small as you want. The less yarn you use, the smaller your pom-pom's gonna be. The more yarn you use, the bigger your pom-pom's gonna be. Okay? That's basically the deal with pom-poms. So I'm not gonna make mine too big. It's gonna be a pretty small one here, just so you guys can see what we're doing. So as you can see, you can still fit a finger underneath, not doing it too tight, and it's not going up my finger. See, it's staying right around my hand. Okay, once we get it a decent size, we're gonna take our scissors, we're gonna cut that, then finish wrapping it. Perfect. Okay, then you're gonna just slide it right off your hand. So now you have it like this. Okay? Now, you're gonna need another piece of string. It doesn't have to be very big, just a little one. Stretch that out. You're gonna take the string, you're gonna tie it right around the middle of your pom-pom. So see how it's going right in the middle? You're gonna take that, you're gonna tie it nice and tight. You're gonna go around the other side, tie it, and then we're gonna double knot it, okay? So make a nice double knot, that way it's gonna stay. Then you're gonna trim it a little bit to be about the size of your pom-pom. All right, so that's the next step. So now we have a nice ball of yarn that's tied nice and tight in the middle. So the next thing you're gonna need is your scissors again. So with your string, you're gonna take your pom-pom, you're gonna take the scissors and you're gonna go right on the top of your yarn, you're gonna cut it right at the top like this. Okay? So we're cutting it. I'm gonna cut them all apart, and then you're gonna go to the other side. I'm gonna cut that side too, okay? Okay, I'm gonna spread that out a little bit, trim it a little, and there you have a pom-pom. Like I said, mine isn't very thick because I didn't use too much yarn. So that's how mine's gonna look. So, yay! Now we have a pom-pom. So that's first step, right? Well, the first couple steps. Now we have this lovely pom-pom. Mine's white and itchy. So next step is decorating it, right? So we have the black. I have a black channel stem because that's the color I got. But whatever things you got, you can take it and then you're gonna cut it up into pieces to use for the arms and legs. So my yarn monster, he's gonna have a lot of hands because I feel like giving him a lot of arms. So I cut mine up pretty small, okay? All right, so you're gonna take your glue, gonna put a little bit of glue on the end of your channel stem. You're gonna take your pom-pom and it's gonna go right into the center of that where that knot was. Okay? I'm gonna do that on all your arms and legs. My guy's gonna look like he's yelling and waving his arms. So, get that decorated. Then the fun thing about the chenille stems is when you use them, you can actually bend them. So it can look like you can bend it so he's having his arm bent. You can make it so he's waving almost. Make it so he's yelling in exasperation. Like, what is going on? And last one, I'm gonna put him in. Right there. Alright. Then I'm gonna use my little pom-poms. They're gonna be my eyes. I feel like having eyes on mine. Eyes are always a good thing to have. They're yellow, so they're gonna blend in and be kind of creepy. Alright. So, there's my yarn monster. I gave mine a lot of arms because recently I felt a lot of kind of like when people are getting angry or frustrated at me. And when I get frustrated, I want to shake things and I want to get mad, but I don't. And I don't show the outside, and I won't get mad at. So I get mad, but I don't yell at people. So you can use this guy to express how you're feeling in a safe way that doesn't hurt other people's feelings or hurt other people in general. So here's my guy. He's all yelling. Now, my time's almost up. So after you make that, I showed you the basics of how to make the yarn monster. Next thing you're gonna do is make the yarn cute one. So this is my cute guy I made. He's adorable. He's got 2 little eyes. He's got a mouth, and he's really friendly. He sits in my car and cheers me on as I drive. He just makes me happy. And he's there if you need a friend to talk to. You can make yours a friend to talk to. If you're ever scared or lonely at home, there you go. Now you have your little yarn buddy. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun making this craft. Is that directive? I hope you can really express your anger through the little buddy, and then that you guys can make a friend that, I first made one of these in last year, at the beginning of last year. This is the one I made then. He's still with me. He still sits in my car. You can have these for a long time, and they can be your good friend. So that's all for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye!